difference between set 1 and 2 between Ram and Hydra was that Hydra looked a lot more comfortable in getting in and out of the corner in set 1, while in set 2 it looked much more uncomfortable and much more awkward for them to play around Ram's different varied offense. We'll see if Ram is able to flip a couple switches and play that same kind of variable corner pressure against Jackal, who is, despite the frustration that and the issues they've had against Snake in the past, dropping many sets to Snake players like Sensei, will they be able to close it out in this game?
Oh, he went for it all. That was a really smart recovery option from Snake. He knew that he couldn't get hit by the back air, so he opts to go low and take the each 20% to get back to center stage. And this little stock can net him so much percent before he dies. But he re-grabbed Grenade, and then he got hit into the blast zone immediately. And Grenade is just going to seal your stock.
Live by it, die by it. You're blowing yourself up so much. You got to be careful of just about those timings. Just down to, as a poke, trying to force the trip, not getting it.
Yeah, I mean, what ultimately is going to be the make or break of this set is if Ram can pin down Jackal, which is obviously way easier said than done. Jackal is just the king of movement in this scenario, and that's ultimately what you want to do against Snake. Make him second guess, make him whiff, and then you can go in for the absolutely strong game that Wolf back throw had. Wolf back throw. I thought Wolf back throw was going to kill in that scenario. It's just so strong.
I will audibly roll my eyes, and we will move straight forward into the remainder of the set as Jackal bets it all, but has his jump and has all the resources, and Ram got spooked.
Anyways, Jackal really having handled the situation. That's so smart. When Snake is able to down throw in that scenario, he has a lot of options because there's no tech chase situation. There's no invincibility. He immediately just pops up and is able to be hit. Going for that down smash to send Jackal at a region he can get so far off stage, but Jackal is just staying on him over and over. The nair into grab, putting him back off stage. He is not afraid of anything. What the?
He's certainly not afraid of those grenade explosions, as a couple of mixed up movements doesn't get Ram into a position where they can get out of this. Jackal eating a forward tilt, having to get back to ledge. Great air dodge, early recovery, let them survive that, but the up tilt will close out. Not a 3-stock, but you have a long way to go in order to make this game doable if you're Ram.
I mean, when you get that stock like... Is he air dodge? Ooh, that was so smart. I mean, Jackal was obviously looking for that air dodge because that's what every player wants in that scenario. And Ram's like, I'm not going to give it to you.
I'm just going to drift to ledge. The no mix-up. I'm going to do nothing.
That's honestly one of the best things you can do.
Hey, doing nothing's frame 0. Quickest option in the game.
I never thought about it like that, actually. It's like when everybody like resurges the fact, like, oh my god, walking is so broken. It happens on Twitter like once every month or two.
Every other day.
Like, why have I forgotten about this?
Strong-headed Nair isn't going to do it. Snake's weight is coming in clutch, but it feels like Jackal is just slowly but surely pulling away here. That snowball effect that is seeming to exist exclusively for Jackal. No
way. That move is so bad.
It's so bad.
Weak Nair killed earlier.
Thank you. Yes.
The propaganda.
I killed another player. Yes.
No.
Oh, but Jackal played that so unbelievably well. It was just kind of a textbook of how to play, how Jackal plays so strongly, and how Jackal plays so strongly, excuse me, and how Ram really has to find that same type of sweet spot that they did against Hydra. You have to find that against Jackal, but the difference is Jackal utilizes that initial dash and mixing up between initial dash attack so unbelievably well that finding that mid-range to force Jackal to overcommit is so much more difficult.
Absolutely, and I think that's where Snake really wants to make his bread. Like you said, whiff punishing is the name of the game. You have to whiff punish him in neutral to get him on the ledge, and ultimately, when Wolf is on the ledge, that is at his weakest, and that's where you need to take advantage. That's where you need to put this little dog down.
I mean, true, but also, damn.
I mean, when Wolf's at my throat, just trying to back air me, back throw me, nair me, oh no way.
Sometimes you put them straight down into the bottom blast zone, especially with the huge hitbox of C4.
Dogs don't go to heaven, they go straight down.
No way. All right, morbid humor aside, we're going to see another back throw get take out and a poke as well.
Wow.
Great stuff from Jackal. systematic advantage state. Back throw to get off stage. You're not going to go to ledge for free, and you're not going to Cypher while Wolf can get out there without with no issues, and no issues putting on this damage.
Oh no! If that spiked, no way.
There was layers to that one. That was so clean on Jackal, and while you only got damage, the threat of a stock was absolutely there.
I think Jackal's really just catching Ram pulled away during disadvantage. You saw it time and time again. He got fair shine. Tech chased him with a fair rolling away. It's just that Ram wants to get away from Jackal so badly, and it's like that's ultimately once again easier said than done. But man, creating space against Jackal is not fun.
Doing a decent job of it there, but overcommitting on the Nair, and Jackal will get by, but another great spacing on the dash attack, and amazing call out from Ram. He's able to turn a huge deficit into rage and fuel for a lead.
Oh, that was really smart to hold shield in that scenario. He's going to catch the tech chase. Really smart option to catch him, but, I mean, yeah. That timing mix-up, just catching him with that dash attack. What's Jackal's known for? That little punt across stage. And Ram did ultimately a really great job of waiting for Jackal to swing at him. He knew that Jackal liked to break pace and just hit him out of his options. And he's like, nah, I'm just going to hold shield, wait for you to swing at me. And ultimately, he got 2 advantage shades out of it, and before losing his stock.
Oh, looking for the Tomahawk grab, but the setups for Jackal here have just been... oh, no way! He held in? Hello?
He was holding in to back air at him for the drift, and that, I think Snake Fair actually drags you inwards very, very slightly because it's just like the axe kick towards him. And with that DI, you can't change your DI when it's on a splash screen. And Jackal was already holding away. He had sealed his stock just like that. And Ram takes game 2, and we're going to a game 3. That ultimately, no matter how bad game 1 may look, nothing is out of the opportunity of adaptation, good player skill, and knowing your opponent's win conditions. And Ram ultimately adapted so well, and we're going to a game 3.
Yeah, it's one of the things that have let Wolf fall a little bit out of the meta ever so slightly, where they just don't have as many spontaneous win conditions. They play a lot of an incredibly dangerous, incredibly terrifying neutral, while Snake, sometimes you can just quite literally blow people up.
Man, it's obviously having, I think Rob has it too, it's just that consistent character having those crazy burst kill options. Like Spaceys, for example, are very consistent. They can't kill you in crazy ways, maybe except for Wolf back air, but ultimately not too out of the realm of possibility. Then you got Pac-Man with Bell F smash at 70. Right. You've got Rob Gyro at 0, literally. And then you got Snake Fair taking stocks at obscenely early percents. So let's see if Ram can tap into that once again, putting him towards the ledge. Really smart parry. I think he's calling Jackal's timing out way more immaculately than last time. Whenever Jackal swings, Ram seems to be right there.
Whenever Ram seems to recover with Cypher at any range, Jackal is going out there without hesitation.
Really good off coverage of the neutral get-up.
Oh, landing with forward air and then not trying to chain it into some of the forward air combos he was before. Instead, just going for the grab, quick 42 like it's nothing. And Ram, once again, just landing empty, not doing anything, not trying to give Jackal a move to whiff punish.
I mean, Jackal is building up this percent expeditiously. You really need to take the stock right now if you're Ram, because Raged Up Wolf is the last thing I want to be against right now. Okay, he air dodged just in time, so the last hit of Wolf up B doesn't take it just yet. Maybe a little bit of weird DI on that. But what's not weird is that angle. That mangle is going to save Jackal's life, and he's going to continue to pressure with damage and blasters and these Wolf aerials that continue to take so much of stage.
And this is quintessential Jackal, staying at a plenty reactable range, shooting the gun, and then once Ram gives a little bit too much, gets a little bit too close, Ram finds the burst option, is able to turn it into a huge advantage state.
I just love the fact that, Jackal played exactly like any Snake would in that scenario, just tech chasing, up tilt, pressure, up tilt. I learned it from the best, and just once again, discount Snake up tilt is still pretty game breaking.
Yeah, it's got a tipper on it too, so But the forward tilt comes out, and Ram, we're seeing them we've saw this in this position literally last game, where they were able to turn around such a big deficit and hang on to their stock for so long. And at 56, yeah, you're taking a lot of lasers here. Yeah, that laser's getting obscenely stale, but still doing about 6 to 8% per hit.
And
but
that's
it's never threatening his stock.
Of course. But what I feel like we're not seeing him as much is that Ram can definitely crawl under these blasters. He has to come up for air to grab the grenade, and then he can just like lower himself, wait for an opportunity, and then chuck it at him. But he's more so opting to shield in these scenarios. But, man, he tries to jump off ledge, and Jackal is ready for him. How is he going to land? He is not. And that is going to be this week's Fusion. Jackal, once again, your victor. And you have to